Leonina, what is this?
Hey, happy Christmas Eve. That's right. It's Wednesday at 7:30, and that means it's time for show and tell. People from around the world gather together, come down the chimney, eat some cookies, and show off what they're working on. The 3D printing or soldering or crafting or hacking or coding, whatever it is, we'd love to see it. We're here until 7:55, and then we have a special edition of Ask Engineer. Instead of Ask Engineer, you're going to ask the genie for wishes. That's right.
So AdaBox unboxing.
With AdaBox unboxing with JP, he's going to make all your dreams come true. It's going to be fun-filled and very entertaining. So grab your AdaBox or just come along anyways. I don't have one to open, but I'm still going to watch it because JP's hilarious. So let's kick it off with some updates from DigiKey.
Yeah, speaking of AdaBox, special thanks to DigiKey, which is part of AdaBox. They've been part of AdaBox pretty much from the start.
Yes.
And we'll have a little special segment. And if you've got an AdaBox, you noticed there's some DigiKey action in there. So with that, Kevin, how you doing?
AdaBox.
Yay, you got yours.
So I'm really looking forward to the unboxing tonight. You guys do such a fantastic job, and we all look forward to it. And just like with AdaBox 16, here with 17, we are going to be giving some away. We got a few extras, so watch the DigiKey social channels and see what happens.
Yeah, people are already saying that this is an awesome AdaBox. It's great, timely. I like my favorite thing about AdaBox. I'm not going to ruin it, but every box is like a new, different technology you get to explore, and we make it so easy. It's so easy. It's like you can't imagine any other way of exploring electronics, and DigiKey's our partner with that. We couldn't do it without your speedy shipping. That's for sure.
Our speedy shipping in 0 degrees. 30 seconds ago, that said -2. Maybe
That's
a little
right.
more than 30 seconds. Might have
Part
been
of the unboxing will be we will have a live weather display demo, and you're going to say, "Oh, is it broken because it's like so cold and so windy?" And it's like, no, it's not like that.
23 mile an hour winds. We had gusts of almost 60 miles an hour today. It was brutal outside.
Do you guys ever have like ice boating? Like you get a boat and you put like runners on it, and then you can like put a sail on. Does that happen?
I've seen people do stuff like that down on the river, especially if they get down there before there's a lot of snow and it's still really slippery.
Yeah. Good sledding.
So today, I don't have a lot of updates. I actually had a day off today. I was at a doctor's appointment with my daughter, and it took us forever to get home because of this weather. Anyway, I just wanted to jump on and thank you guys. It's the end of 2020. We still have next week, but we're getting close to the end, and I want to thank Phil, Lamore, everybody, whether you're a first-time watcher of Show and Tell or you're here every week. You guys are amazing. We love being a part of this as DigiKey, being a part of anything you guys do. It's just it's such a good relationship, and I just wanted to say thank you and wish you the best of holidays, and let's get through 2020, right?
I know. I'm ready to do that.
Well, thank you so much, Kevin. And just so everyone knows, when 10 months ago when we started this, DigiKey was really helpful. A lot of the reasons that Adafruit has been open and shipping and being able to help all the remote learners out there, including folks that we had to help out with medical device things, you name it, we were doing it, and DigiKey helped. So please send all of our thanks to everyone at DigiKey as well, Kev.
I absolutely will. And again, we appreciate it and wish you the best of the remainder of the year.
Yay. Yeah, there's only a few days left. What could possibly happen next?
Exactly.
That's not a dare. That's not a dare for 2020.
We could be surprised.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Take care, guys.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right. Next up, Scott's in rainbows. Is this in
Whoa, where are you?
Yeah.
Hello.
Is the Aurora Borealis?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm downstairs. This is our living room, and these two big windows are the ones that overlook the street, the sidewalk. You can see the car down here. And for years, I've had NeoPixels around the outside that I've always wanted to use as Christmas lights. And I finally got it set up so that I can do like animations across them. So I just got the math working for this, and it's just using fancy LED to do a bunch of hues, and then it's basically shifting it down perpetually. So we've got a rainbow here, and as it gets darker and darker, which I have the lights off in here so you can see it, it should look really cool tonight. I just got that going. I can show it just briefly.
Phil B did a little dance because you're using his code, and he was so happy. We can see because he's in the green room.
So what I've got here is I've got it's 4 strips. So each window has 2, and they're coming down. I just got this box from DigiKey. It's a Hammond manufacturing box that mounts on the wall, and then it's just got an NRF52 feather in it. That's has some custom Osher Park boards I made for the power. So I've got like 2 of the like high-powered power supplies going into there as well. But it's all just one CircuitPython NRF powering it all.
That's cool.
Awesome.
It's like, let's see, it's 115 neopixels for every strip. So a couple hundred.
Yeah. This is great. You know, they always say like, you know, engineers should eat their own dog food, which is kind of a weird thing to say because like I don't think dog food's that tasty. It's much better if you blink your own LEDs.
Yeah. I mean, it took me multiple years, and I'm already thinking about like how much better it'll be next year as well.
That's right. All right, awesome.
All right, outstanding. Well, happy holidays, and thank you for canvassing your local neighborhood with all sorts of beautiful and rainbow blinky.
Yes.
I was telling a neighbor about it yesterday, and she's like, "Is that the stuff you use?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Excellent. All right, thank you so much, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah.
All right, next up we're gonna go to Melissa. Melissa, what do you got going on this week?
Hi, I wanted to do this last week, but I wasn't feeling too well, so I'm here this week. And I have the ESP tool that I've been working on for a few weeks here. And it now has stub loading code. So I'm going to go ahead and connect to this mag tag that I have here. And oh, I have to put it in bootloader mode first.
Ping, 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 ping.
Let's try that again. Actually, I'll just refresh this just in case. Okay. So I'll go ahead and connect.
All right.
Connected.
And then I can go ahead and choose a file. Oh, let's see. I didn't prepare here very well. Oh, that's good. It's not showing all my files.
Yeah. No, because you can't see your messy desktop.
We trust that you're choosing a file.
Yeah.
I am choosing a file, and I'm just trying to remember where I put it. Let's see.
Yeah, this is really neat because the stub allows you to do high memory writing and reading, which we couldn't get working before on the ESP32S2. This is going to be awesome for, you know, we have a lot more ESP32S2 users with the MagTag and other boards that are going to come out. We wanted to have a way that people could always upload the bootloader and fix it, even if they didn't have Python installed on their computer.
Okay, so I have this tiny UF2 on here.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit program. This is the combo one, and it basically has it all offset at the right places. So it goes ahead, and now it's a little progress bar.
It's a nice progress bar.
Thanks.
Very modern, flat style progress bar.
Yeah, I just did a little div, like a couple divs on there, so it's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, and this will also work on ESP32 and probably on the 8266 as well as other Espressif chips. They all use the same, basically, programming system.
Yeah, I added stubs for all those. I haven't tested those, but they should work.
Okay. Well, thanks. Congratulations, Melissa, for getting this code out. I know it was a journey, but it's a worthwhile one.
Yeah, so this will put the, it'll make it so you can just go ahead and have the little MagTag boot drive, and then you can just copy a UF2 on there. And to put it back into bootloader mode, it's like you hold reset for like a couple seconds, and then you click at a quick time, and it'll come back up to that MagTag boot thing.
Nice. All right. Thanks, Melissa.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thanks so much.
We trust it all complete. Next up, let's go.
Yeah, it's gonna work out.
It's gonna work out.
All right, next up, Noah and Pedro.
Hey guys. Hey, what's up, folks? We got two parts to this demo, so I guess I'll start, right?
Yeah. So first, I wanted to show Santa came early, aka
Yes.
FedEx. We got our new M1 MacBook. So the first thing I wanted to test was, do all of our iOS apps work on this? And yes, they do. So of course, put this out the Bluefruit Connect, and as soon as you turn that on, picks up right away. I don't know if I'm on
That's
camera.
cool.
Oh, cool.
Yay! So everything works. It's so freaking awesome. Now we don't have to have like multiple devices and boards on our desk because they're freaking full. So just simple, just color picker. Now I can talk about the progress on the Darksaber.
Yeah, so we were going to do the blade out of acrylic, but we really like 3D printing. So we have it 3D printed. It's in 2 pieces. and then we just joined them together with screws. Getting the light division was kind of hard to do, so I made 2 different versions of it, but it's looking pretty good right now. So I have it covered here with these little covers, but behind the covers is like kind of the strips that are double-sided, and I have like a little strip of something that insulates them so they're not touching. So we want to switch out the feather sense for a prop maker feather wing and the NRF52A40. That way it kind of simplifies some of the things like the RGB button, which has a lot of wires, and then it already has a built-in speaker, so I can reduce the speaker, and it makes it a lot better. And it was able to reuse the same mount, so I didn't have to like redesign it, which was really nice.
All right,
And, there's
badass.
some sound coming out of the little holes that I had to add to the hilt.
So cool.
So more stuff to come on it. I think that was that.
Yeah, I think it was it. Oh, and this week we did a quick little simple project, indoor sports that you can play with like the family. This was super fun. It's a 3D printed hockey puck and blade. So just make code, and it's a 3D printed in NinjaFlex. It's the cheetah variety, so it's a 98A. It's not elastic, so it has like that impact resistance. It slides really nice across the floor. And just using make code, it has like a bunch of like different states. So when it's upside down, it'll like turn red, and I think you can hear the audio on it. Like when you hit it, it has a little pew pew sound, and then when it's upside down, it'll warn you that it's upside down. And just
Cool.
little animations, you still have access to like all the buttons because it's all NinjaFlex, so you can change like the animation modes. Still have access to the reset button, and of course the USB to reprogram that. And this nice little flap that you get access to the batteries. You can
I love the
unplug
flap.
that. Yeah, it was a really good idea. And you can just plug that into our little LiPo chargers to easily recharge that without having to take the whole thing apart. So simple, easy project. All the files are up online, and we have a whole learn guide on it.
Yep, guides live. Good work. Great way to finish up the year.
All right, thanks so much. Pedro.
Thank you.
Next up, we're going to go to Jeff. Jeff, what you got going on?
Hello there. So last week, I think that was last week, I brought the lo-fi music player, and I was talking to a friend, and he said, there are Star Wars ones. So again, we're not going to hear it, but I went back to the guide and put a whole series of steps for how do you customize to show the lo-fi of your choice. And I think Baby Yoda finds it very soothing.
There you go.
Okay.
So, and also the 3D printable files for the enclosure are also on the guide. That's new since last week. So just refining that a little bit and trying to have fun with it.
This is cool. So anyone who just wants ambient noise, you could just set this up. It's a full-on like standalone appliance, and it's super handy. The more uses it every day.
Yeah, it's you just power it on whenever you want and get the kind of music that you want. And if you want to look at the video to check what's happening, you can do that too.
Yeah, they also have like the song that's playing if you're interested. It's usually they have it automatically overlay in the corner.
Yep.
All right, cool.
All right.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks so much, Jeff.
All right. See you around.
Watch out for Noah and Pedro. They got that dark saber. They're coming in.
Yeah, they do.
Watch out.
All right, next up, Phil B, what you got going on this week?
Hey there, I had promised a guide last week. I have been working on hooking up weird displays to Raspberry Pis. Like I got the round eyeball display over here, and this one, it's doing weird shutter things, but that uses laser beams to project on any surface.
Oh, that's actually a projector. That's not, you don't see the shutter effect.
Yeah, it's steady to me, but there's weird shutter stuff going on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I've got some other peculiar ones going on. I really like this bar display.
Yeah.
And I had said last week that that it was a certain OS release that these start working a lot easier, and I was wrong. It's actually, if you're on a Raspberry Pi 4 or 400, that's when these get easier to hook up. You can still do it with a Pi 3, but I misspoke. Anyway, the guide on how to do all this stuff, I got this round display. It's so cool.
Damn, it's huge.
Anyway, the guide finally just went live right now. So if
you're getting meta here.
it's embarrassing thinking how much I spent on weird little screens. But if anybody else has like creative projects and they wanted to do this stuff, there's a guide that walks you through how to get these and the Pi playing nice together.
Right on. These are super cool. I love the round weird displays. Every time you see, glimpses of the future, when people think what computers are going to look like, they always have weird looking displays. So.
I'm actually a huge fan of the bar display. I mean, that is just like so
cool.
cyberpunk.
That's, I think, my favorite. I mean, the round is cool, but the bar displays for some reason. That's the one I
I'm
enjoy.
gonna pick up some of those. All right, thank you, Phil.
All right, right on. Next up, Liz. How's it going, Liz? What you got going on this week?
Hey, how are you? So last week I had shown how I'd started working on a Etch-a-Sketch with the mag tag. So I made a lot more progress. So now we've got maybe okay.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Yay, it's
There we go.
happening.
Yeah, there we go. So now we got all directions going. Can draw a quick square. And then when you shake it, it does a full refresh.
Oh, cute.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was the whole point of this, because like that's what everyone cares. What happens when you shake it?
Right, yeah. And so I'm trying to decide now if I want to like maybe add like 2 like stemma potentiometers at the bottom and convert to that,
Yeah.
or have it do diagonal. I'm not quite sure yet.
Okay.
So work in
Good.
progress.
Choices. I saw a demo that someone did where it was like an Etch-a-Sketch, but they used the accelerometer, and when they tilted it, that's how it would draw.
A little marble.
Oh, that's really cool.
yeah, there's an
Yeah.
accelerometer on there. I mean, you could do shake and then.
Right.
Yeah, theoretically, you could add that if you don't want to do potentiometers.
Fair. Thank you.
All right.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much,
I love your
Liz.
Christmas display. Look at that.
Happy
Thank
healthy
you. Like a-
holidays, Liz. Thanks for coming by this week.
Yeah.
Happy healthy holidays to you guys too.
Okay.
All right.
You have a Christmas sweater. You are Christmas out.
Next up, let's go to Carrie. Then we'll go to Joey. Then we'll go to Mark. Carrie,
Hey, Carrie.
what's going on?
Hello, how's it going?
Good.
Hey.
Hello.
So we got these surplus traffic lights a while back, and we had just made them be able to be turned off and on by using big red arcade buttons and Arduino Leonardo. And
Go for it.
what's that?
Go for it. Press the
Yeah.
button.
No whammies. No
So
whammies.
we made a Simon Says game out of it, finally.
Oh, cool.
So it does, it does a random sequence, which of course does not mean equal red,
Yeah.
Yeah.
green, but it's pretty good. So we've been, it'll just do a five in a row sequence now, but we kind of make it do a 10.
You did it.
Yay, good work.
Yay.
Yeah. And so then it lights up green when you get it right, and it lights up red when you get it wrong. And then we did a mode just with a little switch so that you can still like have ambient traffic light lighting if you would like to.
Cool.
So, yeah. So it was really fun. And they look great. Like I wish they looked better on screens, but they're huge and they
No,
just
they look awesome.
This is so cool because there's always that like hacker dream that you can control traffic lights. And you shouldn't do that. You should not control real traffic lights. But if you can get traffic lights, like once in a while you see like a cool store will have like one they got from somewhere.
Excess
So-
Solutions, San Jose, they're online. They're $12 each.
except for you have to pick them up, right? Shipping is what gets you.
Yeah, shipping probably is what gets you. But if you're in the Bay
They're
Area,
bigger than you think. That's another thing. Like people always see traffic lights far away. They're like, oh, how big they're.
Yeah.
They're actually like really
They
big.
last forever. They have really neat enclosures. That's super cool. So San Jose, like auction site or
it's a surplus store called Excess Solutions. I'll put the link to it in the
Put it in Discord.
yeah.
All right, sweet.
right on. Those and payphones are made out of indestructible materials that last forever.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
like it too.
All right. Well, thank you, Carrie and Carrie's assistant. Excellent
Thank you,
project.
Carrie. Carrie's assistant.
Robin.
Thanks so much.
All right, Merry Christmas.
All right. Next up,
Joey.
Joey, what's going on this week?
Welcome back.
Howdy, y'all. So this is a project that I built a few weeks ago, but I finally got around to making the software for it. It's an old camping lantern of mine, but I upgraded it with some NeoPixels.
Ooh.
And my idea is sometimes I go camping and you can't have a campfire because the conditions are dry. So as you press the button, it kind of lights up as a kind of a flickering flame. But because campfires are a social thing, it dies down, and someone's got to go back and like find the button and like press the button to
That's
Right.
a really good
light it
touch.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
good.
it's sped up a little bit. It's going to normally die down a little slower, but yeah, that's the idea. That you could leave it in the middle of the circle, and over time, you have to
I got
go-
to tend to it.
a what to it?
You have to tend to it. You have to tend
Yeah.
to it.
You have to toss another log in,
Yeah, you have to
or,
kind of
Totally, yeah,
Yeah.
fire
or
tip.
go and turn the knob. That's
That's
really,
like the best part
that's
of the
really
fire.
clever.
But yeah, it's inside as a cutie pie, which is becoming my favorite thing for just any project. And it's using NeoPixelate, so I can run each one wire to each strip, no like spaghetti stringing wires back and forth.
That's right. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that would work with it.
Yeah, the cutie pie reminds me of when we first released a Trinket, because it was such a low cost, almost disposable way where you can make a project, and if it didn't work out, or if it's something like, oh, it's going to be an outdoor project, or it's not a $50 dev board that you're like, let me save this precious thing for one day. What you can save for, who knows? But like anything that's that expensive, you wouldn't do. But a trinket got a lot of people in the projects, and we added that to our freebies when people would place enough stuff online, enough in their cart, and it really helped people get into electronics. So we're hoping to do that with Qt Py as well, especially with CircuitPython now, because before we just had Arduino and it was a little harder to use. Now CircuitPython is like your lamp shows up as a USB drive. That's neat.
Totally.
Yeah, like what?
And one other cool thing, because the Qt Py has the 5-volt input, I was able to actually reuse the battery, like the
Its own battery storage. Yeah.
So it ends up being a really like versatile board for all
anything
kinds
with
of stuff.
5 volts you can use the power. Yeah, that's really a really good idea.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Joey. Well, happy holidays.
Happy holidays to y'all.
Looking forward to maybe seeing you in 2021 when we make your ebook board together.
2021, the better year.
we're gonna get there, and you're still in New York, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, great.
You can see the train behind it. I didn't even know you're like in like. It looks like you're in Dumbo or something. You got the train going right by.
Yeah, Williamsburg, but yeah, it's
that's cool. So, anyways,
anyway, yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you and making the open reader together.
Totally. Happy holidays, y'all.
Have a great holiday. Thank you, Joey. Good to see you.
All right, Mark. How are you doing this week? What's new? What's going on?
Great. Well, first off, I can't let Kevin have all the fun in the cold.
Wow.
That old weather project that I showed before.
Are you in space?
Wait, where are you?
I'm in Winnipeg. I'm north of Thief River Falls, a few hours. So I was out trying to watch the planets tonight, and that lasted all of 5 minutes. But this week, using the last Ada box, I decided one isn't enough. So I've printed some little 3D things to hook them together, and then modified the Proto Matter library because I wanted to be able to hook up 2 matrices at the same time.
There you go.
So in the final Christmassy display for the year I'm making, I've now got a 64 by 64 based on 232 by 64 matrices. Just playing animated GIFs through.
Oh, it's really good.
That was great.
So yeah, it took a little bit, and the math almost drove me crazy this last weekend. But it's great to be able to just chain 2 of them together in a square, not just like a very long
strip. Yeah.
Strip. And I just got the plastic today from Tap Plastic to cover the whole thing. I've got 2 sheets on here to actually make it visible, but it works great now. And
wonderful. Please submit your pull request for the changes you make, because it's something people have been asking for and we just haven't gotten to it. And I'm sure your code will work really wonderful. So please, if you have a chance before the end of the year or nearly next year.
Yeah, I will definitely do that. I need to clean it up first. I got it working just a couple days ago, but yeah, I'll submit the change request and the pull
Yay,
request.
thank you.
All right, and most of all, you should really make sure you're bundled up when you go outside.
Yeah, be careful. You think that's like flush freezing weather.
Yeah, it's getting there. We do get a lot colder than that at times. So minus 20 at times is our normal high. So.
Or do you like a tauntaun or something? Like
when I lived in Minnesota, negative 20 with the wind chill was like, okay, like this is serious business. Like.
Too cold.
It's when people have special boots and jackets designed for minus 40 that all that comes out, and you can't tell who anyone is even before masks were a thing.
That's right.
Because you gloves, scarves, goggles, everything.
No, it's like serious out. This is like your mountaineering gear,
spacesuit,
but it's like for going to the grocery store.
It's interesting. If you ever have a chance to go camping in that weather, it's even more interesting.
Yeah, totally different survivalist lifestyle.
Yeah,
you can bring Joey's lamp and stare at a light and get up and make sure you turn on the light once in a while.
Yeah.
When it gets that cold, the excuse to move is definitely you want to cut firewood. You want to go make the lamp turn bright again.
Yeah.
Anything to try to stay warm.
Heat problems are like really big. I remember like in New England, like if you go hiking in that weather, they're like, you have to watch out for your feet. Like it becomes like part of your like every day you have to think about your feet, how you're going to make sure your feet last till the end of the day.
Your feet, your hands. The people I see working outside every day, you always wonder how they get through it.
Yeah.
But
It's apparently anti-perspirant on your feet. That's one of the tricks.
Good tip.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you
All
so
right.
much, Mark.
Thanks a
Have
lot.
good, happy, healthy holiday.
Yeah. Have a
Oh,
We got it. Sorry.
sorry about
I
that.
think he was saying have a good holiday.
All right.
Sorry about that, Mark. We got to bounce because of AdaBox. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for being part of this every single week, all during this crazy year. We're here next week too, and that'll be our last show and tell for the year. Come by, show your projects and more. Please have a happy, healthy holiday, everyone. If you don't need to travel, maybe just postpone it and look out for exchanging air with others that aren't in your household and all those things. Wear mask, distance, and all that stuff. We want to see everybody next year. We're so close to maybe this thing ending, and we're all smart. We can do it together. So looking forward to seeing all of you in person and more, either next week or next year. Well, the virtual part, and then maybe in person next year. So stay tuned. AdaBox unboxing with JP. AdaBox 17 starts in 3 minutes.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, buddy.